just came back 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. Are you competing? Nice. Nice. Nice, that's good. It's good experience always. Yeah, that's good, you know. Yeah, that's international, yeah. Well, I still have a lot.
Hey Perkin, if you have a sec, see if you can line that up a little bit better.
Oh, yeah. Takes a lot of time, for sure. But you think it's a really good experience as well. Yeah. So, yeah, it was really yeah, it was really good. No, I wanted to be like that bad.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit better.
Well,
okay.
That,
oh, we should probably capture the sign too, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe move.
Yeah, it was
maybe move the whole thing to the right a little bit. No, move the whole. Like, don't just
move the whole thing. That day it was so sick. Oh. But it was maybe so you part of this spot.
I'll let you figure it out.
Nice.
We work together.
That's good. Fantastic. Yeah, that's good. Now that would be 2, but now I'm
Hey Donna.
I can see.
You can see? Yeah?
I can see it, yeah.
Awesome, okay. You see Perkin trying to adjust the camera here.
Yes, I can see it moving around. I know there's just, oh, yeah, there
How
it
many
is.
fingers?
Okay, okay, now.
Thank you. That in the center too. I'll take one just to make sure it's safe. Grab some food, yes. Or dump it out. Yeah, just dump it out. They're individually wrapped anyway. Yeah. Or pass it around, whatever.
Hey, how are you doing? Good, nice to see you. Nice to see you too. So what are you doing? You're doing your speech, right? What time is that? Towards third speech?
Third speech, yeah.
Yeah, I have to leave, unfortunately. You will take the video.
That's alright.
Are you doing live or will you take it by drive? I need someone.
Sure.
How is it?
Oh, well, it's fine. Yeah, so I got back into product management again. So I was doing development and I had a review meeting, and now it's back to product management. It's okay.
Right.
It's a good thing, but yeah, let's see. So now I've asked all the other teams to come join the sprint with us, and then I'll just help manage their project for them pretty much. So that's the way I'm doing it anyways. I'm telling them I'll help you manage whatever your objectives are. You mention it in the sprint, and then we'll get done for you. So,
anyway,
that's a new update anyways.
Good.
Oh, I'm happy to be expert, but I never know.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, I'm being in person.
Welcome.
I can make it this time at least, because like last time I was moving and all these things, so this time
You might have to drive all the way from the downtown.
No, it's in East York, so it's not too bad.
I only have cable.
Yeah.
It is a impromptu staging section.
Sorry?
So basically,
Yeah.
I don't know who's there. I'm just
you basically have
Yeah.
something like it. And then give you 1 or 2 minutes.
No,
so that's what you got to do.
Not me, I have to do. I have to give you guys to do, not me.
Oh,
You come up with it. I come up with it.
Right.
Then everybody has a chance.
Hey, how are you this club?
I'll just random pick anybody.
I don't
A good chance.
It's more convenient, definitely, but I don't know.
Quick thinking and
Not yet.
this is our friend.
Like, this is our sister
Too
club,
much panic
father
is not
club.
bad.
You can call any club.
Right.
So we both are.
Let's practice more.
Buddy here. Yeah, I know. Are you
Yeah,
running
true.
this club? No, I'm.
Yeah.
I'm always there here,
How,
so you don't. I
how
don't
impromptu is
yeah.
so that's the
Oh,
So this is a general guide
Yeah.
to what happens every week.
pretty much. This is like a quite a standard form.
Do I have timer?
Yeah, at the front.
We basically have an introduction piece, and then speaker 1, 2, 3, and then I have what
No, that's mine.
Yeah.
So what are you looking for? What do you need?
I'm timer.
The timer's right there, the card and the things.
So there'll be some people sharing some tips, sharing videos, yeah, some really good advice.
Does it want to take the conference number?
We got them. And then we take a break, and then afterwards we take the topics. And on table topics we have the evaluation section. Every form of speech has an evaluator. So the role of the evaluator is just try to learn to listen. And other things, how to give good feedback.
Right.
Which is kind of very, it's a big focus for Toastmasters. I read some other speeches as well. Toastmasters is very focusing on evaluation, which is
Right. Right. Telling you how to improve.
yeah. Maybe try not to criticize it.
Yeah. Now we keep the. That's how you get better. Yeah. Last week was
I think like the last time or two, this club is unique in a few aspects. So whenever we deliver somewhat of emotion response, and somebody trying to capture and say, hey, that was a good experience.
Right. Okay. So in everything you do, you're trying to incorporate that.
Yeah, and also we use the word and music to use the area. Speaking with the person as much as possible. And so we use it, we try to just make it clear.
Right. Okay. Oh, great. Is this evaluate?
Yeah. That's good. Oh, thank you. Oh, serious?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
So, did not see you after that. Did not come to the division contest.
No, I didn't.
I like this.
Yeah, this is
Thanks,
the, this is the
Yeah, wow. Okay,
standard one. This one is
You're welcome. But what is your own? This is your speech, right?
Yeah, you can.
Hey, Donna, you're still on the break, right?
Is it the one?
Yeah, the same one.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'll do it
Can hear
again.
me.
A refined one.
Refined one. Here's your.
Hi, yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Yeah, because Lydia has trouble dialing in. I'm trying to troubleshoot with her.
Oh, no. Okay.
No, she claims the conference ID is not working. I'm disputing her. So
10? Whole bunch.
Anyone need a pen? Please.
hey, Duncan. Hello.
Hello, Ken. Danka speaking. Would you be able to send someone for me downstairs?
Sure.
Yeah, Carl's on his way.
Running.
Hey, Carl, go.
What's her name?
Duncan.
Oh, that.
Yes.
Is she downstairs? All the way down?
Ground floor.
saw the renovation. They're turning this building almost upside down.
It started like about a month ago or whatever. This goes down. Exit from this way and shut everything. A lot of work here. It's been for a while.
It's been
Forever.
It's a nightmare on conference calls.
Is that?
Yeah, I work here. Sometimes you get drilled in and it's you're on the
Oh,
phone.
okay.
Going on forever, it seems like, right?
It's been 1 year. Yeah.
Imagine having a meeting and all these sounds just leaving. Where's the ghost here?
I go home and thanks to you.
So are you working in this floor too? Wow. Awesome.
Convenient.
Yeah, very convenient. Just come in and say hi. Grab your muffin.
Yeah.
Have you been in Toastmasters group too before?
I was in Shepherds. Also in this building.
Oh, the lunch one, right? Is it?
Yeah, it's a lunch. Yeah. The head of the house. Oh.
Yeah, Perkin. We actually need 2 of these per person. Do you mind just distributing? Yeah.
The lunch one, do you find enough people to join the lunch? Or is it like,
Yeah.
for the lunch? Usually it's lots of people, right? Come for the lunch. It's difficult for people to make it for the lunch. Except for someone lunch work. I think we live outside.
Did you get your general evaluator sheet from the front?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, get it from the front. Duncan, how you doing? Laugh counter, right? Sheets at the front. Okay.
We have 3 people speaking today.
Hey, for this role, is it better to sit at the back?
Doesn't matter.
To see people, maybe?
Whatever you want.
Yeah, okay.
Garbage. No, you can sit.
First time?
Second time.
Second time.
Yeah, Darwin, join us. Second time.
Good. Congrats.
I
Do you want
actually went to the other room.
Oh,
Nobody was here.
yeah, it was occupied, so we moved.
Hi, Ken. It's Donna.
Yeah,
I want to let you know there's like a lot of echo going on the audio. That's all.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I'm wondering which, where is it coming from?
What?
Hey, somebody dialed in. Who joined?
Okay.
Somebody joined? I heard a beep, but Donna, do you maybe try going on mute? Donna, see if that helps. Okay, yeah, it seemed to cut out the background noise. So maybe it's coming from your side.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hey Lydia, yeah, we can hear you.
I love that.
Okay, so Lydia, the conference is working, right? And,
Okay, I don't know. Do I push video call?
so you're on the Google Hangout? Are you on YouTube or are you on Google Hangout?
Google Hangout.
Okay. I don't see you yet. So you're trying to get into the lobby or something, right?
My daughter's computer, so I'm not always sure.
Let me, I'll send you an invite explicitly and see if that helps.
Can you see me now?
I don't see you, but do you see me? I had joined the hangout. I had both open. Okay. I see you on the chat, which is good. Hold on. Hey, maybe this would do it. Hey, I'm making you a video call, Lydia. Do you see something?
You get to pick the topic. Well, there's a curriculum you need to follow. So, like the first speech that I'm doing is about
No, I'm not sure where it is.
Can you accept the call? Okay.
Yeah. And that's this curriculum, right? Yeah. So this book is the first one.
Is that you, Lydia?
So then
This is Donna, sorry. I had to call back.
No worries.
But you do it at your own.
So Lydia, how about you call me on Google Hangout then?
So you volunteered last time.
Are you Lydia?
Oh, there you are.
Sorry. I had to call back.
Alright. Yeah, we can see you, Lydia. A little bit.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I think we're good enough. When I get rolling here. Alright. Okay. Are we missing anybody? So Mike's not here. I need another speech evaluator for Siva. Who can evaluate Siva? Hey Mohammed, why don't you evaluate Siva?
Yeah, sure, bro.
So, okay, so I'll get that one. I think we got everybody then. Everybody ready? Nobody has any questions? We can roll? Yeah. All right. Just give me a second. Sorry for starting late. We always start a little bit late, so apologies for that. But I'm really happy to see everybody here, and welcome to our Humorously Speaking Open House today. We're really happy to have some guests joining us today. So yes, and we've got some great speeches lined up as well. So I'm really excited about that. Now, in the theme of having guests over, I'm just curious, how many of you have been to another Toastmasters club? Yeah, a little shorthand of this. Okay, so like half of you have been to another club. You may or may not know that we have more than 350,000 Toastmasters worldwide in over 16,000 clubs. So you can pretty much go to any city in the world and attend a Toastmasters meeting and have something common that you can share with people. I did that sometimes. I'm traveling, you can just meet someone local and you have something in common to share. So it's a nice little thing that you can really take advantage of. Now, in that theme, at the height, I was part of 4 Toastmasters clubs, and I was really gung-ho about it, including some of those advanced clubs that really.
At the same time?
Yeah, at the same time, I pretend to be actively participating. The thing was, I think one of those years I had a really hard year. Got my wallet stolen or like just pitch broke. So then I go up to the treasurer and I go up to him and say, hey buddy, I'm having a hard time. Could you help me with my fees? Maybe I can postpone a little bit. So then he was like, Ken, as much as we understand your situation, you know what? Money doesn't grow on trees. I'm like, okay, fine. So money doesn't grow on trees, but maybe even money grows on my knee. I give it some pressure, and it's a fun, right? And then he was kind of impressed. He's like, okay, well, that was impressive, but you know what? This isn't going to pay your Toastmasters due, right? Unfortunately, just $1, and I'm like, how about this? How about I give it a little rub? Give a little Bitcoin instead. You guys know how much 1 Bitcoin is worth these days?
$6.
It was yesterday it was about 5,000 whatever, and then today it went up to like 7,000 something. I don't know what it is right now. It might be back down to 6,000. So I'm like, okay, well, how about a Bitcoin, right? That's $7,000. He's like, well, it's tempting, but the thing was, Toastmasters don't accept Bitcoin. I'm like, come on. Toastmasters is the future, right? This is where the economy is going. Surely they'll accept Bitcoin. And he said, well, Toastmasters took 90 years to come up with their Pathways education program. So, well, I wouldn't hold my breath about Bitcoin. And besides, Bitcoin is so volatile. You might as well give me a poker chip instead. My friend, that can be arranged. Now the thing about the poker chip is he was a little bit hesitant about it because he's not sure how much this is actually worth. So I convinced him that this could be his ticket to his dream. You could turn this 1 chip into 2 chips into 10 chips, as many chips as you need, and fulfill your life's fantasy. So I got this speech, got him all convinced. He was really excited. So he just grabbed the coin and just ran as fast as he can. Took the first flight to Vegas, and then, unfortunately, he really bet his entire savings on that first wager at the poker table. And you know the old saying, right? Easy come, easy go. So that was the story of the 3 coins. These things happen. So I wanted to really make you guys also fantasize all the possibilities in Toastmasters, whatever that you wanted to achieve. Now with that, I wanted to welcome our timer, Victor, to show us the role of the timer.
Thank you. Mr. Toastmasters and fellow Toastmasters, the role of the timer is to time prepared speeches. Today we have 3 prepared speeches. And
we have 4.
4. Okay, even better. I'll be using these cards to show you, to signal the speaker when to wrap up, and so the green card I will show it at the 5-minute mark. Correct?
Yeah, fine.
It's on the back of that.
Oh yes. And yellow at 6 minutes, and the red at 7 minutes, and that will signal you that you need to finish your speech. I'll provide a report at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
And then we have our grammarian, Devas. Let's welcome.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Devas, and hello, fellow Toastmasters. So I'm taking the role of the grammarian, and this is my first time taking this role. So I think what I will be doing is keeping a tab of some of the words that you don't want to hear here, which is and so, kinda, sorta, like you know. So that I have to keep a tab, I have to keep a record for all the people who are offering the speech, and I will give a report at the end of the session. Thank you.
And we have our laugh counter. Let's welcome up Danka.
Good evening, Mr. Toastmaster, and all.
Need the camera.
Good evening, Mr. Toastmaster, and fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. Today, my name is Danka. Today, I will be in the role of laugh counter. I have the sheet ready for every speaker, and I will I will not be looking at the speaker much. My role is to look at the audience and count laughs, which look something like hee hee, ha ha, he he, and then big laugh. I will also count groans. I was practicing a little bit, so I do like, something like that. Then gasp, and very delightful. So please enjoy this evening. And one more thought that I have is that I was looking at some further down humor. One of them stick with me, and it says that if we are too busy to laugh, it means we are too busy. So hopefully you can all relax and forget about busyness and enjoy tonight. Thank you.
What was the word of the day? I'm curious, do we have one?
Well, I was thinking about it. I just realized I have to come up with a word of the day. Can we talk about it later, or you want to?
Okay. Whenever you have one, let us know.
Sure, I will.
All right. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so our first speaker today is Siva Dudi. His evaluator is going to be Mohammed. Now, are there any objectives or anything that? No, just a custom speech, okay, and it's 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, so our timer, if you could do the green at 5, yellow at 6, red at 7, and the speech title is "Stay Sharp" or "Keep It All Night." Siva Dudi.
No wonder men kill themselves 10 times more than women in the Western world. A man is trying to kill himself, and all of you are watching as if it is a speech contest. I look at you and I know what you are thinking. Men are idiots. For them, winning is just everything. No, it is the only thing. I lost too. Not in a speech contest. Managing 2 lady bosses. One at home, one at work. I'm still alive only because my knife was too dull. That taught me, stay sharp or just keep it dull night. Mr. Toastmaster, lady, and my dear gentlemen. First, my boss at work. For employees, do you think anything can beat the excitement of annual performance reviews? Especially when it is linked to your year-end bonus. Few years ago, I delivered a huge project by putting in 400 hours of overtime. Unlike most people who just hope for a decent bonus, I knew I would get an outstanding rating, a promotion, and Best Employee of the Year award. That includes 10-day Caribbean cruise with my wife. I met my manager. Sarah, I heard the Caribbean weather is just getting beautiful. Why do you bother? Take your rating. Needs improvement. Why? Shiva, you're not sharp. Am I a knife? Look, you don't listen to anything I say. I can't understand a thing that you say. And you're not prepared to learn anything new. Listen, communicate, learn. Are they in my job description? I started thinking, for the entire year, I haven't planned a single vacation talking about this cruise. And now with the bonus I'm going to get, I can't even afford to take my wife to Niagara Falls. Now my boss at home. As I reached home, I noticed my wife is preparing my favorite fish curry. No promotion, no cruise. Should I spare the fish? My cooking is limited to just frying an egg. And I help my wife cutting vegetables. I sat with my ninja knife. First up are the tomatoes. They're sparklingly red and silky smooth. I tried to slice it. I crushed it. Suddenly the room is filled with silence and tomato pulp. Wow, I don't need to cook today. Sorry. How many times did I tell you to sharpen that knife? You don't listen. Actually, speak up. How can I speak in front of you? I can't cook. No, you can do everything on your iPhone. Ask Siri how to prepare fish curry. All my hopes of having a fish curry are gone. Now I need to get fish and chips from Uncle Chips. With a dull knife in hand, I felt dull and dejected that night and went to bed. I had a strange dream. I was wandering aimlessly, chanting, I have 2 lady bosses, one at home, one at work. And I noticed a huge banner that read, Toastmasters, where men stay sharp. Wow, I got super excited. I ran up to a man who is guarding the entrance. I asked him, when did you start to sharpen men at Toastmasters? I thought you make leaders. Look, you are at the first Toastmasters club that we started in 1924. Back then, women just started entering the workforce. That created so many problems for men. Men who were happily working now need to do strange things like listening, communicating, learning. We started this club so men can practice these skills and stay sharp. Wow, I got super excited. I joined a Toastmasters club immediately. It's been more than 2 years of me sharpening my skills at Toastmasters. Now, I still have my one-on-one meetings with my manager, but I'm able to communicate my message. You guessed it, in 5 to 7 minutes only. And at home, I listen to my wife so deeply that I can even understand the things that she doesn't tell me. Finally, I got so many certificates, but there is only one that is dearest to me, that my wife gave me.
ACB, Advanced Chef Branch. Finally, to all men here, similar to as a ripe tomato needs a very sharp knife, similarly we all men need to be very sharp and listen deeply, communicate effectively, and learn continuously to win their hearts. Listen, stay sharp, keep the knife at home. Back to you.
Excellent. So in front of you are a speech evaluation sheet. If you don't mind taking a few minutes to fill it out. Sita's going to go soon. So after you fill it out, if you don't mind just giving it to him, he's going to go in a minute. So yeah.
Any more of these sheets? Which one is it?
Oh, it's that one. I don't know where this other one came from. Oh, this one is
the long one.
This arrow one. Okay, you could use the other one too. I didn't expect to see this one. Doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll have to. But you could still write whatever you tell for somebody who wants to.
Okay. So maybe whatever it is, because one of them maybe. Yeah.
What's your speech title? Self-confidence.
Anything fast and slow?
Can I change my title?
Okay.
If you think you can.
Good.
Yeah, Lydia, while we're waiting, what's your speech title? Maybe she's offline. If you're done, give it to Siva because he's gonna go.
his complete speech.
Going on our second speaker then, we have Gavin Hope, who is doing his icebreaker. So we have a first timer today. And thank you. His speech title is If You Think You Can. If you think you can, Gavin Hope. Welcome.
Share an excerpt from a poem that was written in the 20th century, written by Walter D. Winton. If you think you're beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you won't. If you like to win, but think you can't, it is almost certain that you won't. Self-confidence is a person's greatest weakness. Honorable Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. My name is Garvin Ho, with the R, so it's not Gavin, but Garvin. Many people make that mistake. Today, I'll be sharing you a story of my early life that illustrates the lack of self-confidence. I was born in Hong Kong. When I was young, nobody told me that I was smart. In fact, people tell me the other way around. For example, like when we're in preschool and I was doing coloring, my dad would look at my pictures and he'd go, look, coloring are everywhere. You need to draw within the lines. Go fix it. So I hear it every day. And then when I was in first grade, I used to get, in Hong Kong, you already get exams and quiz. And I used to get a lot of bad marks. And whenever that happens, my dad would go, come here. And then I would give him my hand, and then he would use a ruler. Oh, snap. And versus now, when I think about this, if I were to do that to my kids, I would probably get arrested the next day for child abuse. So one incident when I was in second grade, a teacher was asking a math question to the whole class. And being me, I am usually very quiet. Somehow I found the courage to raise my hand because I knew the answer. And then I remember the teacher did a double take on me, like, you? And then he's like, okay, let's see what you've got, something like that. And then I stood up, and then I did a brain freeze. I just couldn't talk. And it's not because I don't know the answer. I know the answer, but I just didn't have the confidence to speak. And then after a couple of seconds, the teacher just really rudely and go, you don't know the answer, sit back down. And then that's how I grew up. Very low self-esteem, very low confidence. And when I moved to Canada, I was in grade 3. My English was very, very minimal, meaning the level of English was something like, hello, my name is Gavin, I am 8 years old and I cannot speak English. So that was the level back then that I was in. And back 30 years ago, in the neighborhood that I was living in, I was the only Chinese in the school. Not the class, but the entire school. So versus now, if you think of the school, the entire school probably invaded with Chinese people. But nevertheless, you can probably guess that I was an easy target for being bullied. Being a little third grader, no English at all, smallest guy in class, dorky clothes and a bowl haircut. You see what I mean. And then there's one time I got hit by a stone. Somebody threw a stone in my head, and I still don't know who it is. And there are times where I'm playing monkey bars, and people would just sneak up behind me and then just pull my pants down. And then same group of people just constantly, every recess, just come bothering me and push me around. I really didn't like going to school, and there's nobody that I can talk to. So fast forward to high school, I started to hang out with or associate with the wrong type of people. So, and these wrong people told me to do the first task, which is selling weed. So for those who don't know what weed is a type of plant that people smoke and get special effects on their head. So, and that currently our government is trying to legalize. Time has changed. So after a couple of batches and then another batch, I became really good at it. And miraculously, people started to appreciate what I do. They're like, very good job. And then eventually everybody knew that I was a drug dealer. And this was the first time that I kind of felt, hey, somebody actually recognizes me. That's the first time I had self-worth. Not in a good way. And my parents were really strict. They knew I was bad, but not that bad. So when I was 15, I couldn't stay outside for longer than 11 o'clock. But then I managed to wait till they are asleep and then sneak out the window, climb down the wall like a Spider-Man, and then manage to steal their car and go for a joyride and then be back home by 5 a.m. without a peep. So as you can see, this will not last, and eventually the inevitable happened. They found out, and they saw me missing my room, the car's missing. Luckily they didn't call the police, but they went out to find me, and they found me in a smoke-filled pool hall, which is not a pretty sight. That night, there was a lot of anger, a lot of tears, and I remember my dad told me something like, son, I'm never going to tell you what to do anymore. I've lost hope in you. I gave up. And that was the turning point of my life, because the worst thing, or the worst feeling that could happen to you is that someone you love telling me that they've given up on you. So I was not that person. So that night on, I told myself that I can't be like this anymore. I have to show them, prove them wrong that I am not that bad person. I can do well in school, and I can be what they wanted me to be. And then fast forward, looking back, I was able to graduate high school, and with a grade that I was able to accept the university. Back then, 80% is enough to get into U of T. I worked hard, I graduated, and managed to find a job during the .com bubble in the tech company during 2002. And now I'm a product leader at a fintech company. So that's the story of my life, and of course, I stopped selling weed.
Alright, so if you guys could fill out the evaluation form for us down in there. Hey, Gavin, you can rip out the other half. So, Mike, so the other half that's blank, you can use it for the next speech, right? So, so we don't waste paper.
Well, that's really good. Up to you. Those 4 speeches.
Yeah.
Wow, what are they?
Yeah.
You would run out of paper quickly.
So.
I think I need another.
Need another evaluation?
There's one more here.
Oh yeah, there's one there.
Sure. One?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Speaker number 3 is Rohit Moza. So his evaluator is Carl? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have his speech objectives, Carl? It's at the back actually.
Yeah. So objectives are speech number 2, 5 to 7 minutes. My glasses. Select appropriate outline which shows allows listeners easy to follow. Make your message very clear with material directly contributing to that message. Use appropriate transitions when moving from one idea to another, so we clearly follow. And create strong opening impression and conclusion, something to remember.
Rohit Moza, speech title is Thinking Fast and Slow. Thinking Fast and Slow, Rohit Moza. Do you want to move that back in the camera view?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and human beings. This speech
or human beings.
That's why I chose human beings. It's all about everyone. And the speech is called Thinking Fast and Slow. It's from a book. Once again, it's from Daniel Kahneman. He's an Israeli-American psychologist, and he generally writes about psychology of judgment, decision making, and behavioral economics. So this is a very interesting book about us, human beings. So in this book, he has a very simple message. His message is that we have 2 systems in our head, System 1 and System 2. System 1 is the automatic part of our brain. System 1 is more like our primal thinking. It's kind of like our fight or flight response type system. System 2 is our logical center. So you can think of System 1 as the monkey and System 2 as the wise owl. Alright, so System 1, what would System 1 be like? System 1 is like, so if I take this pen, I throw it at somebody. That's System 1 right there. Then we went back. System 1. System 1 acts quick. It just sees me throwing something and it will go back because it's thinking quick. And it's always seen when some fast moving object goes towards you, you flinch. That's System 1. Now, what's System 2? System 2 is the logical center, as I mentioned before. It's the wise part of our brain. So say if I asked you what is 24 times 23. Okay. It takes some time. That is system 2. It's the logical part. You can't think of it so quickly. Well, most of us anyways. So yeah, it's 552 if you were wondering what that was. That's a good point. So once again, so system 1, as I said, is the monkey brain. It's the quick pre-processor. So it just pre-processes whatever is going on in the world around you. And it gives you, system 1 passes on information to system 2. So system 1 will see something thrown at you and it will say danger, and system 2 has to think about what that really means. In this context, since we're all intelligent human beings, if I'm going to throw something at you, you would know I want to throw something at you, actually, because in this context, I'm here to present the speech, and I'm a friendly person. So I wouldn't mean any harm. That's system 2 making a judgment right there. But it's up to system 2 to moderate, and not all of us actually use our system 2 that effectively. And that's why some people, they are quick to make judgments, some people take time to make judgments, and they make better judgments. Alright, so yeah, so it takes some effort to actually use system 2. So here I have some quick examples of how this might come to effect. So here I have one example here. So let's just look at these words: left, left, right, right, right. So say, like if I asked you, which words on the left, right? So I'll walk you through this. So that's left, right? That's okay. So like there, I have to pause for a second because the word's on the right, but it says left. So that's system 1, system 2 right there. System 1 thinks left. So left should be on the left. But left, the word left is on the right. So it's playing games on you. So system 2 has to make a decision right there. Right? Same as with this example right here. So here, which one is the text in uppercase? So I go here and I see upper. Well, upper is written in lowercase, so my first response would be, no, wait, that's lowercase. But then I have to think about it for system 2, and I'll say, okay, no. That is actually lowercase. The same with here. So that's lowercase. That is uppercase, even though it's lower, right? So one more example here is, let's take these two words, vote and note, vote and go. So most of us here, when we see vote and note, we think that they rhyme, and we think that because they have the same spelling. But when we look at vote and goat, they both kind of rhyme, but they have a different spelling. So then we kind of think, what's going on here? But it's more like system 1 and system 2 working together, and system 1 is making us think quickly in the wrong way. All right, okay. So I have 2 more examples. I won't make your system 2 think too much. Okay, so here, this is an example which has thrown off even Harvard students. So a bat and a ball cost $1.10. The bat costs $1 more than the ball. How much does the ball cost, right? So if I think quickly, okay, so bat must be $1 and the ball must be 10 cents. And that seems logical because that's what system 1 tells me. But that's not the actual case, right? Because if you do the math, you'll see the actual answer is something else. But that's because you have to use system 2 to come to that conclusion. Now this last one is kind of interesting because it is used in marketing. So there's something called priming in marketing. So they prime you to arrive at a certain conclusion. So say if I just told you that I'm going to eat something, and then I told you, okay, fill in the blanks, right? So here you might say soup because you saw eat. So eat associated with soup, that's priming. But now, if I said, okay, I'm going to wash some dishes today, and could you complete this? And down here, you might say soap. Intuitively, because system 1 is just thinking quickly and it's just making an association, right? Alright, so in conclusion, we have 2 systems at play in our mind, system 1 and system 2. It's really up to us to choose which system to employ. System 1 is good, it avoids danger for us. System 2 is good because it actually thinks about what's happening. So what I would ask all of you human beings is that try to use your system 2 a little bit more. Because as human beings, that includes me, I'm a human too. Our system 2 is the only thing which can save us, because system 1 is playing tricks on us. Thank you for listening. That's it.
Evaluation as usual. Did you actually give the answer to this one? You guys figure out this, use your system 2 on this one yet? Is it 5 cents?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
5 cents? Yeah. It's 5 cents, and then $1 more is $1.05 plus 5 cents is $1.10.
Yeah, so like for this question, for even Harvard students, like 50% got it wrong. So, but the whole point was you have to answer very quickly. Like that's the whole point. Yeah. So you have to do it really quickly. That's why it becomes challenging.
It's not intuitive at all.
Yeah, it's not intuitive.
Sorry, the speech title is it on the agenda?
Thinking Fast and Slow.
Thinking Fast and Slow.
Hey, Lydia, are you still there? Maybe not. Who's on the line still? Donna or Lydia? You guys on? Yeah, you guys on mute? Okay, is anyone on the line still? Donna or Lydia? And check if you're on mute.
Sorry, I was on mute. Donna here.
And Donna, you still see us?
Yep.
Okay. I can't see Lydia for some reason. I don't know if she dropped off or she had to go or anything. She's not responding to my text message either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Okay, so if she comes back later on, maybe I'll get her back on. But
okay.
If she doesn't come
we'll
back
just
online,
go forward?
Yeah, we'll just skip her for now.
Okay.
Today, I wanted to show you guys we have a Facebook page where we can publish notes. So any one of us could actually go on our Facebook page, Humorously Speaking, and write an article. So I've taken today's opportunity to write about the humor tips for today, which is logical versus emotional. And the way we look at this is to create humor by setting up the joke using logic, and then using the emotional part as the punchline. So for example, I would say I really love Humorously Speaking Club because you could learn to be quick-witted, you could learn to find humor in everyday life, and what happens in HS stays in HS. Right? Something a little bit more scandalous or exaggerated. And one thing that you may want to do is go through a list, just have a long list of logical things, have a long list of emotional things, and then try and see if you can link them up. And maybe you can take this as an exercise right now. Take 2 minutes. Let's say, what do you like about your job, or what do you like about the hobby, what do you like about the club? Pick one thing, and then just have maybe a list of logical things, a list of emotional things. See if you can come up with a very short joke. Take 2 minutes. I'll actually ask for volunteers. So take 2 minutes, write about whatever. Your job, your hobby, your club, and let me know what you come up with.
And what do we do with it then?
And then just tell me once you got it written down. Put up your pen and then tell us. So let's say about my job, right? I love my job. I get to make money. I get to make a difference to the world, and I get to sit back and do nothing, and then just let other people do the work and then take the credit, whatever. Right? You just come up with something where you have a little bit of a twist as the third one.
So is it a mix of logic and emotional?
Yeah. So number 1 logic, number 2 logic, number 3 is emotional.
So topic first, and then towards that topic, logical and illogical.
Right. Fine. And let me know when you have something. Anyone got one yet? Come on. We're not leaving until we at least get like a few. All right, Mohammed.
So.
Okay, Mohammed first, and then Carl.
Yeah, that's why I love my job. Fellow Toastmaster, Mr. Chair, I love my job a lot because I get paid a lot, and also I have a long vacation package, and I have a time to eat a lot of my food.
Good stuff, good stuff. Carl's so excited. He's got one.
Well, I'm not excited, but really, benign violation. What came to my mind, something twisted, right? Like you say something very bad, and suddenly you twist it and make a joke out of it. Okay? So I used that, and I said war. War is horrible. There's lots of killing, slaughter, violence, despicable. But guys like it because they get used to it.
Good stuff, good stuff. Glad you couldn't put my mother-in-law in there, right? don't accept other than men. Yeah, any? Okay, awesome.
So I grew up playing a lot of tennis, and it's a good sport because it's an individual sport, and it's you're kind of reliant just on yourself. But I started recently playing ultimate frisbee. It's a team sport, and it's social. It's still a really good workout, and you can blame all your teammates if you lose.
That's a team sport. Oh, Victor! All right.
Continuing on the theme of sports, soccer. Soccer is the most popular sport in the world, with outrageous salaries. Some of their stars, but it's so brainless that even monkeys can play it.
Oh, good stuff, good stuff. I think they might have a monkey football game out there somewhere. Anyways, cool. Oh, Mohammed got another one.
Yeah, I attended a couple of days ago a workshop for convincing audience with your speech. And I learned that you have to be communicator, and also you know your topic, and also you have to have gun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gun. There you go. There you go. Good stuff, guys. You guys learned fast. Give you guys a round of applause. Good job. So we got a 5-minute break now at this point. You guys we have facilities, men's on this side, women's on that side. We're going to take a quick bio break. We can take 5 minutes. You enjoy some snacks. And I'm kidding. From Young Shepherds, we have tons of Young Shepherds. I just picked one. Yeah.
Because you keep
I keep record.
Yeah, good.
You're surprised.
Oh no, you're the dog.
I was, but I think I took too late.
Where's my manual? Do you have that manual?
Yeah, I'm just gonna let me take it away. I'm gonna go through the easy speak and just recognize all the roles you did in the past, and we'll see if that's enough.
And I got just a segment, of it listed, so maybe there's something more eligible.
Yeah. I'll do my best to get that done.
And I made some notes, but in the second one, that's evaluation summary, but it was wrong because I mixed up lines. So just ignore what I wrote, and just fill it up.
Yeah, I'll fill up as much as I can.
Stuff.
You did a lot over the over the months, so you're pretty close.
And I didn't pay attention to that manual. I was focused on speeches.
No worries, man.
But now I realize that I should do something.
Because it's very interesting.
So if you read it, I brought something.
Like thinking fast as well. It's like got one section where he pretty much proves that no experts can predict anything, but then he got probability. So how there's people on the news and that stuff. Pretty pretty much proved that can't prove, like even experts can't actually prove anything to the level of certainty.
Oh,
so
wow, okay, let's see. I'm looking forward to your...
You can't predict what
you didn't get any over there.
No.
It's almost like flipping a coin.
So that's good. You guys talking about the book?
Yeah, the book like this. Like I pretty much proved that even experts talking about they can't predict anything with a good level of certainty. So he presented these findings to like a stock exchange firm, and they got angry at him. So that's how they give money to like top performers. Top performers, the theory is that they pick the best stocks. This guy said you can't pick the best stocks. It's not possible. Like if use probabilities, it's not. If you proper analysis, it's not possible. So like the best performance and the worst performers had the same probability of success.
Actually, you gave me
some Whole Foods is good stuff. It's quinoa cookies.
I could taste that gluten-free.
I know.
Flavor.
And it's interesting how it will play out. It's fine.
Coconut, yeah, it's good stuff. Good for you. Birkin, you all ready for table topics? Awesome, man.
But they changed it now.
Let me wash my hand.
Yeah, no hurry.
You still have those components, but now they will be Excel.
Very personal story, yeah.
It's really amazing.
Yeah.
No,
that's amazing.
But that's as you can go with the international.
Yeah, that's a contest speech, man.
I think it's gradually.
Because initially I thought maybe I could just
some clubs
talk about the
just because there are members like that who still have to do this program. We'll do as far as
maybe I'll push myself a little harder.
Okay. So so
talk about it a little bit more.
More about you, right? That's awesome, though. You're a drug dealer, man. It's becoming legal.
Yeah, so no longer need
just when it's getting hot, just when we have demand.
You do through LCBO now.
I think it's one of those high-paying jobs. I heard to be an engineer in cannabis.
Yeah. All those marijuana stocks now. Through the roof.
Yes. There are quite a few.
Through the roof.
I was researching on those, like which one to invest in.
Yeah, the first speaker. Yeah.
But they're saying it's like the beginning of the tobacco companies back then, right? And then similarly to the alcohol companies. It's just beginning to go mainstream.
Yeah.
Not relying on it. I'm not a big fan of it. So don't get me wrong.
Well, they did say they're coming up with like benefits for like cancer or like a lot of the I guess tougher diseases where it helps with their pain and helps with their...
I think there's definitely a market for that, but I think majority of people that get excited is because of recreational.
There's an underground market anyway.
Yeah.
There's a market anyway. It's just legalizing it. That's
just like so you can tax it.
You get taxed. The government
That's
gets
exactly what the government wants.
So it is good to manage stress.
Yeah.
It comes with that. So and
then eventually the points
once it's legalized,
right? Yeah. So it's just a matter of
It's not just smoking. I think they have it in like the oils and stuff. Like it could help with your nervous system. Treat a lot of the neurological diseases.
It's also very nervous. Right. I like the idea myself. That's interesting. I've known a few people just
7,700.
Oh, that's the
Oh wow, it's crazy, eh?
I guess
it's crazy, man.
Have a club like this where
millionaires are made.
But in every
Some people think
it's the tabletop.
I think we'll have that.
It's just
but then the improv is
like a Ponzi scheme.
So, Rohit, you read a lot of books.
Right, yeah.
How do you...
I remember last time you came, you had a speech and you were doing another book.
You go on an exchange and you buy it. Like anything. You have to find a Bitcoin exchange.
Yeah.
No, actually, it's fun. I like reading them if I can.
I'm trying
not to be Toronto. Japan, US, internet.
But sometimes
how do you get
that?
No, it's not a real Bitcoin is not physical. That's just a collector item.
Actually, the only time I can read books is on the TDC.
It's not worth anything. No. It's only online, right? So that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. So
but it looks cool though.
So one of the things that I do now is I drive to I put on an audio.
Was the coin obvious? You guys figured out how I did it? You guys figured out how I did the coin trick? No?
It's working
out. Okay. Yeah. It was a little bit it was not practiced well.
You don't have to drive
I actually like driving. Yeah. But it's because I work in downtown. I'm not going to pay for parking.
Yeah, there's no
way.
And the headache of driving
well, actually, it's not great. But I still like driving. It's more you can control over your life.
Let's get going here. The second. Alright, let's keep going so we can get back one time here. Perkin's going to lead us into our table topic session. Let's welcome him.
Toastmaster. Hello, fellow Toastmaster and the most welcome guest. So, we are doing table topics. So, for those who haven't really done table topics yet, once again, it's more like a impromptu speaking. So, by all means, we all come here, give you 1 or 2 minutes per se with a random topic, and you can think about it, and you can do all sorts of things with that topic, or you can actually not talk about it too. It's all up to you, and that's what the beauty of impromptu speaking is. And just to try to relax and just enjoy yourself through the speech. Everyone's here is try to learn. It's a learning process as well, so you don't need to feel too much afraid of what's going to be. So that's what we try to learn with. Okay. So any volunteer for the first one? Let's see.
What's the topic?
Oh, there's a lot of different topics. Want to try? Yeah, come over here. Take some time. For a second, just.
Mr. Table Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. My topic is, what if there was peace on Earth, but the internet disappeared?
No.
Would I approve or disapprove, and why?
That must be.
In my opinion, peace on Earth trumps the internet. I think we've lived quite a long time without some of us. I go back a bit, so in my time when I grew up, we didn't have that much of an internet, and we did quite fine. We still had wars around the world. Wouldn't it have been great if at that time we had no wars? Perhaps we wouldn't even need the internet. Although I have to say that the internet might actually help us prevent some wars, because now it's exactly what we have in Toastmasters. You improve the communication, you improve the leadership skills amongst different parties, we'll learn to get along. And that's the benefit of having something like the internet too. And Toastmasters to improve the communication. We can probably eliminate more wars in a way.
Something like that too. Anybody else want to try? Go for it. Yeah, give it a lot.
Okay, it's long the topic looks like.
Oh, my way.
No.
We all drawn to be.
Okay. So, fellow masters, so it's a big topic here. Let me read the topic for you. It says, at 5 years old, we all dream to be a teacher or a fireman.
Firearm.
At 15 years old, we all dream to play or sing with a rock and roll band. But tell us why your dream would be on something else, some other things. It's a good question. I'm just thinking about what happened when I was 5 years old. What I like to do at 5 years old. I just love to play. That's all. That's all. I never thought about to be a teacher. I mean, why would I spend my time to be a teacher and work with somebody else? I'll just like spend my time like hanging with my friends and play and enjoy all day. And in fact, it would be my mom would be like, you know, what I would do is like play till the end of the day. All right. Everyone will have their fun. Everyone had their fun. They will return back home, but I'll be the last person to come back from the field. So that's the type of person I was. And so when the question comes about here, if you to be a teacher or fireman, I was completely different. At the age of, when I was 15 years old, I don't remember if I really wanted to, be in a rock and roll group. I was something different. I was more like wanted to travel around the world with other means. I did not have the funding. I would like try to persuade my parents to fund me for my travel around the world. That's how I was. And so that's my story here.
Right.
Thank you very much.
All right. We're getting heat up. Who's next?
How many do you have?
We actually have enough for everybody. So everybody so go for it. Yeah. There you go, Cal. Yay!
It's complicated because I have to have glasses.
Yeah. I'll be different.
So what can I look now?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is shorter.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh, do you want to begin?
No, because if you could have any job for a day, what would it be? No, that's a tough one because you have so much choice that you really, I'm perplexed. Really, I'm always trying to maximize. So suddenly when you say any job for a day, I'm thinking, okay, some values. What is it? And is it values money-wise or values for my life? And actually, if you think of it, it could be something for my life. It could be something for my family. Something of that nature. And now there is so much choice now. Can you imagine? You can go, but this is a job for a day. I'm sorry, so I have to back that. It is a job. It's not fun. It's not family. It's job for a day. I would like, now I have a little bit more time to think about it, but job for a day, now I start to see it. You see, you gave me an opportunity. If I had a job for a day and I would pick up a big one, tough one, lot of money, and I would write a couple of things. That would be my job for it, because then I would know later on what to do with the money.
Aren't you doing that right now?
That's what I would do. Anyway, I'm looking for that opportunity.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So how about you come here? Want to give it a try?
Yeah. Okay. Fellow Toastmasters. Well, I'm actually new. I'm the guest today. Hope to join in the future. Got a little ahead of myself there. It says here, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? So I did a little traveling a few years back. I lived in Australia for a year, and that was an awesome experience. It was great. Beaches, surfing, scuba diving, but it was really freaking hot, to be honest. And I can't stand the heat. So if I was to live anywhere in the world, I think I'd choose somewhere slightly warmer than here, because this is like the total opposite extreme living in Toronto. So probably somewhere in like South Carolina or like North Carolina, somewhere where you could golf all year, but it wouldn't be too hot. Although those aren't the best states, like there's a lot of I haven't heard many people saying that they want to move there, but somewhere in that temperature zone. Yeah.
Great.
All right.
How's the time?
No, do a few more.
Danka! Oh, yes. Give her a round of applause. She must be right. You can take that out.
If you got a clone of yourself that obeys your orders, what would you like it to do for you and why? Hello, Toastmasters. I'm in trouble here because I have to admit, if there was a clone of myself, I would run away from that.
Then everyone will run.
You know, there is a reason why you find your partner that is very opposite to you, because you don't want to live with somebody that is like you. And that's why I think that a clone of myself wouldn't be a friend of mine. But if I have to live with that person for some time, I would like that person to do cooking for me. Some healthy cooking, every night warm food, in a good budget would be good as well. Table would be nicely set up, and my family would be at the table too. Well, cooking takes lots of time, but another challenge is to get the family at the table at the same time. So,
and don't forget, you get the credit too.
for
the cooking.
And maybe that would actually show me that what I do, I should appreciate and love myself. Thank you.
All right, Mohammed, yes. Should I provide this?
Yeah, sounds alike. So table topic, master, fellow Toastmaster, and our guest. Imagine you are running like that outside. The sky, you're running. Yeah, I'm flying. And all of a sudden, you jump from a 12th floor. My question here, would you rather skydive or bungee jumping?
That's right.
I'm trying to help myself to do that since 4 years. 4 years, I'm asking my friends, can we try to do that? And he's saying, no, it's the next year we do that. Thank you so much for telling me that, because I don't want to do that this year. And one of my best friends tried it last year. I called him like, hey man, how was it? He said, you know, after you go with your friends outside, and everybody's saying, hey man, we're gonna try tomorrow to go do sky diving. And I said, really? He said, it's really amazing when you encourage everybody. I said, what else? He said, you know, the second day we went to all together. And I said, what else? And he's saying, you know, once I get to the plane, I said to myself, what I'm doing here? And I said, what else? Tell me. He said, when we went up there, he said, I didn't feel myself until I was pee, you know? I said, what else? He said, when they pushed me down, all of a sudden my mom said, hey, wake up, wake up. You have to go to work. Mr. Debertot.
I'm pretty sure I will exactly be the same. All right. Anybody all enjoy it? Like
no, I think that's it. Any? Yeah, let's skip one.
Let's skip.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Up next, we have our general evaluator. Let's welcome Rohit.
Should talk about the word of the day. I just thought about it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Sure. Okay.
My apologies for the Toastmasters. I mean, I was not sure my responsibility here. It's only when I looked into this camp that I realized I have to come up with a word of the day. So I thought about what happened to me today and whom I spoke to and what is the word he used. And I think it's a very simple word. I think we use on a daily basis. It's called foresight. And I will give the definitions verbatim. It means the good judgment to think and plan before an event so that you are prepared for whatever may happen. The way you can use, I'd rather use it to me because I'm looking to change my field of work, something I was working for the last 10 to 12 years, and you were saying, why do you want to quit a job which is so stable, something you know everything ins and outs, and go to a different field where you might be completely new, it will be very unstable. You need to have better foresight of what you're doing. So that's the way he used the word. Right?
All right.
Thank you.
We're opt the word for the open house because if I had more foresight, there would be less chaos. But I have to start on time for a change. But anyways, let's welcome out Rohit for our general evaluator.
Alright, so for general evaluator, I wasn't actually ready for this. I didn't have enough foresight to anticipate I would be a general evaluator, but we always adapt to the beginnings here at our club. So anyways, as the chair and Toastmaster, Ken did a really good job with...
don't do this yet. You welcome the speech evaluators first. You can do your general evaluator at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's get the evaluators in.
That's right. So the first one is Mohammed.
Okay, Mohammed, please come to the stage.
Thank you so much, Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmaster, and of course, honored guest. What is the speaker? The speaker is gone.
But you could still do the evaluation.
Yeah, for sure. So, I believe his name?
Siva.
Siva. So if Siva is watching us now, Siva, you had an amazing speech. I'm gonna give you a wrap up about your speech, which is the setting, the topic, and the conclusion. I like the way he started with an action. Here, it gives more curiosity to the audience. As you see, I'm sure you guys see a lot of movies. What they start now is action right away. It's not like an old time when they start, writing and then action. But now they give you the action to let you know exactly what's going to happen. And the body language was incorporated sometimes with the words and humor. He had humor in his speech. He was smiling. That was really great. He used a prop. These are the good to polish your speech. When you use a prop, he used a knife and he used a paper as well. Using a knife as well was so really hard, but it was really smart the way he made it. and use a space as well. I love the way he uses space, even though he didn't have a lot of space. As you may know here, when we do the story, this is the back. Here it's storytelling, and here it's the word that you want to share with your audience. So, in terms of improvement, I would have liked to have seen more timeline. It's like here the past, here the present, and here the future. Conversation with the wife was good. However, he could have made it give more spicy for that, like using the way his wife speaking. And after that, and also he mentioned that he walked home. I don't think he probably could have done much better, like acting the scene. I walk home and all of a sudden, I smell something in the kitchen. And pause to give the audience a time to think about what the wife is cooking. Or he could have said actually, hey, my wife, not my wife, hi, honey, how are you doing? Oh my God, I'm smelling something. It gives a really organic things in his speech. And what else? I love. He said he was chanting. I would have liked to have seen or someone is sing. You know, it's like I'm cooking, or something is more really real. And this is one of I like to mention always when I do evaluation point with the fingers. It's really not good. Some people take it more. Everyone has a different. Yeah, exactly. It's better to do with the hands, not point like that, because everybody is different. And maybe change the voice when he was speaking with his manager. So the way. And when we do a conversation is really important. When you do conversation in your storytelling and you're doing conversation, you come here, you tell the story. You're telling my manager as like, hey, this is my job, and after that you change here, you tell your manager. Then when you move here, it's done the conversation. That's now, the scene is done. Now you're telling me something new. And what I like about his speech, how he ended, it's a callback. He called back to the first action he did. So here with a knife. So that was really impressive. And I love the job. And he did a great job, and I'm looking forward to the next speech. Thank you so much, Mr. Topic General.
All right, I would like to call myself on stage because I'm the next evaluator. So I evaluated the speech for Garvin Ho. This was his icebreaker speech, and it was amazing. I really liked it. It was a very relatable story. He was like very honest. That's what I could see from his speech, and that's what I guess we all like to see. We like to see some truth in what someone is saying, so you can relate to them and you understand them better when they're speaking honestly. So like that's what I took away. I really like some of the jokes. Like the entire school is invaded by Chinese people now. We should come to university. It's the same story. And yeah, I liked your conclusion that like it was all good, and then I stopped telling weed. It was a nice, like very comic end as well. And yeah, I think generally like how you introduce weed as well. That's kind of funny to introduce weed that way, like something which gives you an effect. I really liked it. So overall, really good job. I look forward to seeing more speeches from you. Alright, so let's welcome Kyle, the next evaluator.
Rohit, you did a great evaluation, and I will try desperately to come up with the quality of evaluation you did, and definitely Mohammed did something extraordinary. You can feel experience. Compared to my evaluation, it's going to be relatively quick and relatively simple, because when I is thinking fast and slow, when I basically step back and generalize, my evaluation can be very, very quick and very simple, because you are an engineering guy, you have computer background, you change to that job, and it all your speech is full of that. You see A plus B minus C. All those are very technical details, and it was what I enjoyed was good introduction where you, for example, introduce the book. Because to such a technical, in my opinion, okay, it's not that technical, but such a technical speech, if you introduce literature, then everything follows. I mean, it doesn't matter really what you say. You can basically say, okay, ladies and gentlemen, and whatever you don't understand and whatever you don't follow, please read the book. So that's how I kind of saw your speech. But you definitely had good opening with the book. There was body, there was closing, posture was excellent. I mean, that's excellent posture. Eye contact with audience. Enthusiasm was there. Confidence was there. So there are many positive things which you already have, and you are going to build up even more. So what I would do, I would try to work on the smoothness of delivery, okay? Because that's all technical. What I see is engineered, technical, pump, fact, etc. So if you can smoothen it up, and you will, it's going to be a great speech. So I'm looking forward to your next speech. Okay? Thank you.
Yeah, so you're gonna welcome the joke master.
Okay, right. All right, let's welcome to the stage the joke master for the day.
Oh, my God. All right. That surprised me. I was focused on your evaluation. Okay. Now, where am I? Okay, fellow Toastmasters and guests, especially Mr. Toastmaster, and especially guests. We have an open house, and I expected, to be honest with you, more guests. And I worked on my speech very hard to sell our product, to sell humorously speaking Toastmasters. I said, I'm going to talk about HS, humorously speaking. Okay? To tell you guys, to new people, that we really appreciate humor and we work on it. And now let me show you how. For example, in our club, oh, by the way, every club is unique. We are unique. And here I try to describe our uniqueness. For example, we have prepared humorous speeches. Well, every club can have that. Then we have humorous table topics. Every club can have that. But then we have, for example, humor tip of the day. And there we are different. There we are start to be unique. I was going to talk about Roberto. Give him credit for his. He is a teacher, and he is a very motivated speaker. And so I was going to give him a lot of credit what he is giving us. He is teaching us basically number one. He told us this is number one, then number two, and then repeats that, etc. And he went so far up to number 6. So I was going to give him really credit, but I was surprised with our president who came with this idea and kind of make it even more interesting. So this is the humor tip of the day. Now what we have also in our club is a joke master. And joke master in our club is special. Okay, we have, it's a three-layered animal, I would call it. It is three-layered hamburger, whatever catches your attention, and this is it. What it is, we have basically three layers, and first layer is PJ, in other words, prepared jokes. Joke master basically comes here and he tells you jokes, several of them. For example, what is, how do you call a pig playing karate, doing karate? Chop pork. And similar jokes like that. Now, then second layer is prepared observation of humor. Okay, what this is, that joke master basically looks around. He carries that pen and pencil, as Roberto says, and writes down some funny, interesting stories. Then he comes here and he presents that. Now, in that case, it's his observational humor, so therefore he is going to be subjective. Okay, he could be politically correct, politically incorrect, rude, or whatever. But that's his vision of that particular situation in life, and he lets us know. Now, in our club, we basically are trained for that, and we are broadening our horizons so we can listen to various humorous speeches. Doesn't matter if they are good or bad, but we basically are able to understand them and laugh at them. Now, for example, I have black humor in Czech Republic. Okay? I went to Czech Republic. I visited my family. I had a great time, and we went obviously for a beer. And after a couple of beers, little younger relative of mine, little punk, he stood up and he said, "You look like a wolf dressed up as Little Red Riding Hood." I was taken aback. I'm a visitor, and this punk is telling me that. And he continued, "This is our black humor." And it's true. In Czech Republic, they like that type of humor. It is historical and it is defensive humor. For example, you kind of attack me and I spank you back with a joke. So that's example of this prepared observational humor. And then, top layer, we have a monster, and which I call Toastmaster on steroids. And what it really is, it's an impromptu observational humor. Impromptu. So, for example, we are in a meeting. There is a joke master, and he listens carefully what everybody says, and he tries to pick up jokes. And then later on, he reports on it. And sometimes there are no jokes. Sometimes it's not funny. But he still tries to pick up something and twist it and make it funny. I was trying to do that, or I supposed to do that as a joke master to show you that third layer. So for example, Siva. Okay, let's say Siva. Excellent speech, very good. I heard that speech before because I was at the speech competition, and this time, by the way, I cannot comment much because he started to speak. He cut his arm, and suddenly Ken says, "Can you pick up somebody downstairs?" So I did. So I lost his speech. Okay? But I can tell you, because I heard it twice already, his speech already, I can tell you that if I was, his speech is very, 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 very interesting. And what I like is, for example, sometimes the communication, interaction with his wife. Okay, and so Siva comes and you are scared something happened, blood, but blood doesn't flow. But I was going to tell Siva, Siva, be careful after you argue with your wife. Because then you say, oh, I got enough of this and I'm going to practice my speech. So he goes to the other room and he doesn't realize this, that she switched the kitchen. So that's an example of impromptu. And basically what I'm trying to say now is that it doesn't matter what you say, but how you say it. You know, you can to somebody it might be a disgusting thing, but if you wrap it up nicely, people will laugh. And finally, I like humor. I enjoy humor. It makes me laugh, and it makes me smile, and I really get LOL, lots of laughs when I hear a good joke. That's why I'm with Humorously Speaking Toastmasters Club. And if I don't hear a good joke, I basically do my little exercise, and I take a deep breath, and do ha 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 ha. Why do I do it? Because it relaxes me and makes me feel positive.
All right, thank you, Carl. Wrap it up.
I would like to welcome on stage the timer for today.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. The timings. Our time Siva at 7 minutes and 29 seconds, just below the mark. Garvin, 7 minutes, 49 seconds. So we were 19 seconds over the limit. Rohit, 7 minutes and 7 seconds. Now for the table topics, Mike, minute and 12 seconds. Vivas, 1 minute 18 seconds. Carl, 1 minute 33 seconds. Our guest, and forgive me, Rob. He is Rob in case you don't know. 56 seconds. Danka, 1 minute 44 seconds, and Mohammed, 1 minute 37 seconds.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Timer. I would like to welcome the grammarian for the day.
Thank you. Again, this is my first time. I'm playing this grammarian role, so maybe I'm not sure about the responsibility here. I noted down, and so kind of work only for the 3 speech contestants. I don't know if it was supposed to be for everybody. I was not sure about it. So again, I don't want to highlight who did what by individual, but I think you should say the total. I heard 3 or 12 and so, and 2 kinda sorta. That's the overall results for the 3 speech contestants.
Right, thank you, grammarian. Can I please welcome the laugh counter for today?
Dear Toastmasters, you are a funny group. In my system 1, I noticed a lot of laughs. And then I switched in my system 2, and I did some more specific counting. And these are the results. Siva made us laugh 20 plus something.
Wow.
Wait. There were 10 plus big laughs, like really from the heart. Garvin, congratulations on your icebreaker speech. You made us laugh also 20 plus something.
Wow.
And 8 big ones. Rohit, you made us laugh 10 plus times. There were some groans in a good way, some gasps in a good way, and one Oh, Siva, I guess it was with that nice part. It was very impressive. As for table topics, everybody made us laugh. Congratulations. 2 to 6 laughs in general. Again, I would highlight some of those table topics laughs. Mike, Bivas, and Mohammed approximately around the 4 laughs. And I think, I'm guessing Carl and Rob, our future Toastmaster, made us laugh about six times. So that was wonderful. And you wouldn't believe, even our joke master made us laugh 5 times. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Laugh Counter. All right, so it's time for my general evaluation, actually. So, Ken, I want your Bitcoins. I really do. Like, do you have that Bitcoin? It goes a lot, and I would like to have it. Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was really smooth. Just came on stage like a magician, putting things up his sleeve, distracting our attention. That was magic right there. So it was magic in the literal sense, and in all the other senses. So that was really good. Word of the day, foresight. That was quite a nice word to pick, and I think that was well done as well. The joke master had really good jokes to share with us and show us how to be more humorous. And Table Topics Master was phenomenal as always. You always do a good job with coming up with really interesting table topics for everyone to choose from. Very encouraging. That's really important for Table Topics Master. He always does that. He's very friendly. He helps them along. So very good job done there. For evaluators, Mohammed really detailed. So like Carl said, that's probably the best evaluation today. It was very detailed. We can all learn from that evaluation. So that was really good. And thank you, Carl, for my evaluation too. It gave me some nice things to work on. And yeah, overall, well done meeting. It was done on time. And yeah, thank you guys.
Great. Mr. General Evaluator. Okay, so now let's collect some votes. We want to collect the best table topics and the most enthusiastic speaker. So you can give that to Perkin. Write down the name of whom you think had the best table topics today. Give it to Perkin. And then whom you think is the most enthusiastic speaker, and maybe give it to Carl.
I'll just torn
a corner from the agenda or whatever. Does anyone need help with names? Everybody knows?
So best table topic to me, and the most enthusiastic to Carl. Table topic. Table topic?
Yes.
Table topic. The other to Carl. The most
table topic. The best table topic, name of the person. And Carl is
most enthusiastic. You want to give it to Carl? Yeah, it's yours. This one is for table topics. Yes.
And while the votes are being counted, I want to ask the guests for some feedback on today's meeting. So maybe we can go around. Perhaps Rob, if you can maybe take a minute, give us some feedback. What do you think about today?
Okay. I haven't really thought about it too much, but I really enjoyed being here, and I I want to join. So I think that says, they always say judge a man by his actions, not his words. So if I join, then that means I enjoyed it. So you'll see next meeting if I'm here or not.
Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
So, thank you. Excellent. I think this is Vivas.
Sorry, the comment?
Yeah, comment, yeah.
No, I think it was I attended like 1 or 2 more. Yeah. This was the best session. I think we had 3 speeches here, and we had table topics in the same session, so that was great. And I really heard some great speeches, especially from, I would say, Garvin, which was really a great story. I mean, it was a great storytelling, so I really enjoyed this session today, and I like the participation here with a group discussion.
Thank you. Well, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and honored guest, I had a lot of fun in this group. I'm part of, I was part of 2, now I'm part of 1, and I really love the energy here, and I love your speech a lot. It's an organic speech that you can take it to the contest. It's really good, and good luck for everyone. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. This is the second time I'm here, and it's I enjoy the club. I like the use of the technology and the visuals. It's very innovative, and, very cutting edge, keeping up with the social media, and I don't know. I've been to other clubs as a guest, and they are not as progressive as you. So kudos to you. And well organized. I think it's a well-run club, I can say.
Thank you, Victor. Those of you thinking about joining, I'll give you the lowdown on it. Very simple. We try and keep it affordable. It is $15 a month. That really covers both the club fees and the headquarters fees. We typically go by an annual cycle, so we typically go by the Toastmasters September cycle. And feel free to come as a guest if you want to get it into a little bit deeper into things. But we try and make it progressive. To you guys' point, have good cameras, good technology, and we subsidize the conference as well. If you guys want to go to the conference, call him for it, and he's gonna get a check for $20. Because we spend our, we don't keep our money. We give it back to our members to go to conferences, and we make every dollar count. So really encourage you, if you guys enjoy the meetings, to join us as a member. So that's basically my little sales pitch there. So the vote count, have you got that?
Reconciliation. There are 10 people in this room, and I get 6 pieces of paper. Is that right, or there are somebody abstained, basically? In other words, based on what I've got, okay? It was spread all over, but the winner is Mohammed.
Most enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Oh, Perkins going to come there.
Thank you.
All right.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. And don't go away yet, because ladies and gentlemen, and it's a wealthy circle. It is also Muhammad.
Too bad we don't have a best evaluator. He's gonna
one more.
He's gonna run ahead.
So 1, 2, 3, and the normal. 1, 2, 3. Awesome.
All right. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Awesome. There's one more award, and this goes
That's
to.
Not for me.
Yeah, you can't get the first time.
This one,
you can't sweep them all. So we always encourage our members to take the first step in the Toastmasters journey. So the first timers that were special ribbon to really congratulate our first timers on making that first speech. And we're really happy to have Gavin today to do this icebreaker.
Yeah.
We wanted to reward him, have him come up, pick the ribbon. everybody to a standing ovation, and we want to capture the audience too.
Yeah.
So
let's stand up.
actually, perfect. Can you take the picture?
Yeah, I'll take the picture.
Yeah. And then you could stand there, and then we'll capture everybody doing standing ovation for Gavin. Thank you. And the ribbon. Okay, like that. Yeah. Then everybody stand. Thank you. Congrats again.
Yeah. Thanks for motivating me.
Well, you really deserved it.
Yeah,
good job. Good job. Okay, sounds good. I think that wraps it up today. Any questions? Any announcements? Okay.
Yeah, just a note for Toastmasters. I've been with Toastmasters for 4 years, and I start doing workshops, and I start more professionally now in the speaking field. So if you can visit my page, is Mohammed Merhaba, the speaker, and I would love to come back here do some workshops about Toastmaster evaluation, about giving speech, humorous speech, and there is some good workshops I would love to deliver here for sure.
Awesome. Email me. We'll
yeah, for sure.
Awesome, man. Thanks for the offer.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Right.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
All right. Wraps it up. We're good. Thank you.
Thank you.